Merhaba, hello everyone, hoş geldiniz, welcome. My name is Hadra Kübra Erkınay Tamtamış, and I'm working as a Turkish coordinator at Yunus Emre Institute, and meantime I am teaching associate at Cambridge University Language Center. With the protocol with Yunus Emre Institute, there is since 2017 there's a protocol between Yunus Emre Institute and Language Center, Cambridge University. That's why Yunus Emre Institute is sending instructor for teaching Turkish language and culture at this center. So I'm working in this institute since 2021. I came from Mardin Artuklu University. Normally, I'm working in this university as an associate professor. Today, I would like to talk about how Turkish is taught and learned in the UK, focusing on two organizations, again, Yunus Emre Institute and Cambridge University. Actually, normally, my title is not like that short. My title was Profile of Turkish Language Learners at Yunus Emre Institute and Cambridge University, which is too long like my name. That's why the social media team had to shorten the title like that instead of my name, because both of them are too long. And first of all, I would like to add this as well as a joke, because one of my colleagues, Gülsüm, she told me, you are not young for young scholars. But still, I am, as you see, I'm presenting something, because I would like to have some good memory in this country, because we will go back next year to Turkey, and then I would like to insist on to present something in this institute about Turkish language learners. And in addition, one of my colleagues, Tuba, she had a presentation last month in this Young Scholar Club series. That's why she inspired me too much. And now we are here. Thank you for all coming and supporting me. First of all, I would like to thank the director of Yunus Emre Institute, Dr. Mehmet Karakuş, because he's recommended me this topic for this event. Normally, I am studying multilingualism, specifically in Mardin, my hometown. But he was insisted on this title. So now you are going to see Facebook, Instagram profile of Turkish learners. His recommendation is like that, I am not sure. So, what you will see in this presentation today: historical background of teaching Turkish to foreigners, development of Turkish language education in the United Kingdom, key institutions and methods, learner profiles and motivations, real stories and emotional ties, challenges and strategies, key data visuals, conclusion and reflection. This seminar is based on two research projects, actually. The first one is the book chapter that was published in 2023 by me, and interview with Turkish course students conducted since 2021. Historical background of Turkish, teaching Turkish to foreigners. The teaching of Turkish to foreigners can be traced back to the 11th century with the famous work Divan-ı Lügat-ı Türk by Mahmud el-Kashgari. During the Ottoman Empire, foreigners learned Turkish primarily for trade and diplomacy. In the Republican era, this field became more popular, especially after the 1980s with the foundation of TÖMER. TÖMER means Turkish Teaching Center, especially they are working in Turkey, in many cities, related with the universities, like language centers, we can say. In recent years, institutions like the Yunus Emre Institute have helped promote Turkish language education worldwide. In the United Kingdom, Turkish language teaching grew notably in the 1980s. Why 1980s? Who came in 1980s to the United Kingdom? Who came? Which group? 1980s? Yeah, Cypriot, from Cyprus. Yeah, as you know, North Cyprus is Turkish. Yeah, this is related with the Cypriot migration in 1980s. It started in community schools, later expanded to the universities as an elective course in the 2000s, and became more structured after the opening of the Yunus Emre Institute in London in 2010. Those who teach Turkish to foreigners in the United Kingdom. Institutional providers, Yunus Emre Institute, YEE, we can say, London, founded in 2010, part of global network promoting Turkish language and culture. It provides from A1 to C2 levels, Turkish course, both online and face-to-face, 3 semesters for foreign adults, but now not only adults, but the children. Turkish teaching started. Certificate-supported education, supported by cultural activities. And of course, we have some collaboration, as I mentioned at the beginning of the presentation. One of them is Cambridge University Language Center, and the second one is civil servants. And courses are reaching students from all over the world thanks to the online classes. Students from outside the UK also join Yunus Emre's online Turkish classes, and all of levels are supported the common European framework of reference for languages. In addition to basic level courses, basic level means the A1 to the C2, we have short courses like tourism course, speaking conversation course, text analyze course, and we have good speaking techniques courses as well. And we have some clubs, for example, cultural clubs for supported students, not only the language, but the cultural events as well. So we are doing some amazing things in this club. All of teachers and students know about that. We are making Turkish coffee, for example. We are dancing Turkish dance, like we are teaching all of things in this club. For example, brewing Turkish tea and having a Turkish breakfast, which is very famous and popular in Turkey. And we have, for example, amazing things. Do you remember anything from Yunus'un Otağı, the club? Because all of you are at, we needed actually çiğ köfte as well. We had a çiğ köfte party. Do you know çiğ köfte, the famous meatball, like, maybe you have heard about that? Meatball, like we are needed. Yeah, we had the same, like party, çiğ köfte party, and we have henna night. Most of things we are running at this club, which is running on Friday nights. And now, I would like to mention about a little bit collaborations. Turkish for British civil servants. Collaboration with the UK Civil Service Language Network we have since 2022. Special Turkish courses were designed for high-level government staff. They need Turkish because of the diplomacy, like consulate and embassy things. And last year we started with the Department for Business and Trade. Again, they have, because of the business and trade, they need Turkish. So it has been started since 2024. But this group is especially, they are focusing on speaking skills, not the other skills actually. And we have, of course, Cambridge University Language Center. So we are running 2 levels here, A1 and A2. But next year, inshallah, we are going to run B1 level as well. Because of the students, they need and they would like to carry on their Turkish education journey. That's why we are going to run the B1 level as well, first time next year. And this, let's speak about a little bit who are the learners, the general profile, as you see. Let's start with the big picture. The UK is, as you know, multicultural and multilingual country, and there are over, do you know the Turkish population in United Kingdom? Let's guess.
30,000.
More. Up.
850,000.
500,000.
850,000.
Yeah, 850,000 Turkish people, but it's including, of course, Cypriot, Turkish, Balkans, West Thrace as well. especially in London they are located. Many people, but as you know, Yunus Emre Institute is focusing on not the Turkish adults, but the foreigners. So many people are interested in Turkish for different reasons. We have many reasons. Can you guess, for example, why people would like to Turkish in London? I have one of our students here, Shekip. Welcome, Shekip. You can summarize all of students' desires, maybe.
Yeah, there's a variety of reasons for which people want to learn Turkish. Love is one of them, I think. Culture,
TV series.
like TV shows, yeah, exactly. History.
That's right. Yeah. So I don't need to carry on my presentation done. He summarized all of them. Thank you for adding this information. Yeah, that's right. We will, of course, check the details. Many people are interested in Turkish for different reasons. One of them, the most important thing, is family connections, actually. Like they have a Turkish partner, which is love, and also Turkish parent. So connection. And watching Turkish TV dramas, yeah, exactly, Ertuğrul. Working in Turkey or with Turkish companies, yep. Academic or cultural, interesting, like in Cambridge University. Even buying home property in places like Istanbul, Bodrum, Didim, Çeşme. Yeah, we have many students, they have house in Turkey. Interesting, Didim, Antalya. And nowadays it's common not only the foreigners but the Turkish families' children as well, because of the GCSE and A-level exams now is officially accepted by the government. So it means they can use these grades for university and for college. A typical student might be learning Turkish because I want to speak to my partner's family. This is student code. I love Turkish dramas. I am planning a trip or living part-time in Turkey. So they are diverse in age and background, as you see in slides. Ages can be from 16 to 72, but mostly 25 to 45, well-educated, and over 13 nationalities. Because of the UK's multicultural environment is affected, of course, our Turkish learners' profile as well. So I would like to share with you a profile of Turkish learners in Yunus Emre and Cambridge University. First of all, I have an ethical note. The data used in this presentation was collected during Turkish assessments, Turkish clubs or language exchange lessons, and voluntary speaking lessons at the Yunus Emre and Language Center. All personal identifiers have been anonymized, only initial are used. The information is used for educational and non-commercial purposes only. This research hasn't been published yet. In the event of publication, interviews will be organized after obtaining the necessary ethical permissions. These profiles were created using the profiles of 88 people interviewed in the placement exams, the assessment as well as data obtained from the Institute's club, which I mentioned before, the culture club. Exchange program and voluntary speaking classes is running at the University of Cambridge. Method used in this study. The study is based on a qualitative research method, specifically using semi-structured interviews. The data was collected during level placement exams. Notes were taken manually, and participants' motivations, language backgrounds, learning strategies were analyzed. Profile of language learners, as we mentioned, how do they learn this language? And where, from where, not only Yunus Emre, there are many other institutions and universities and applications, online platforms. Because of the pandemic, as you know, it has been changed the teaching method, teaching ways, and it's affected also Turkish as well, not only Turkish, but the all of education system. Formal courses, it's running in Yunus Emre and some universities, SOAS, Cambridge, Oxford, LSE, etc. Self-study, as you know, Duolingo, most of our students, they are starting to Turkish via Duolingo. YouTube, there are many channels, YouTube Turkish teaching channels, and HelloTalk application. And they have private tutors they are finding from these platforms, italki, Preply, cultural immersion, visits, relationships, because some of students, they can learn from their partners or parents. And we have this map, as you see, we have lots of students from many countries all around the world thanks to online classes. And we have these nationalities, English, Arabic, Persian, Urdu, Spanish, Korean, Japanese. We have Japanese also. They are mixed actually, Japanese and British hybrid. And here's common level from C1, C2 levels. And this is one of my student sentences. I have never taken a Turkish course in my life. I just watched Ezel. Do you know Ezel? I'm not sure. And asked my Turkish friend to correct me on WhatsApp. WhatsApp is also, as we see, this application, yeah, learning application model. And as you know, all of us nowadays we are using ChatGPT, and I asked to ChatGPT, could you summarize all of my profiles with a one picture? He or she or it did that. So, and there are many mistakes, as you see. AI not good all the time. Country, Ukraine, yeah. So 25 from 45 and 13 countries, nationalities. They learn from TV series, learning methods, Duolingo, Bird, can you see? TV shows, private lessons, and they have many other languages, not only English. And I learned Turkish by watching Gibi. Do you know the Gibi? And listening to Zerrin Özer. It's funny because even if we are Turkish, we are not listening to Zerrin Özer actually. And countries, flags, as you see, many countries, Pakistan, Japan, and United Kingdom. They can learn via TV, music, family, the reasons, traveling, and how do they learn, and most common native languages. So, as Shekip summarized, their motivations can be vary. The 30 nationalities, I can say, for example, 10 of them: Pakistan, Iran, Palestine, South Korea, Japan, Spain, France, United States, Russia, China, Ukraine, Italy, Ireland, Qatar, Slovakia, Romania. So we have from these countries students. And family connection, as we talk, partner, children, parents, cultural interest. Cultural interest means, for example, food, Turkish food. I think you love Turkish food as well. And songs, literature, planning to live or travel to Turkey, and of course media, Netflix, YouTube, Turkish dramas with subtitles especially. Planning to work in Turkey. One of our students, she would like to work in university in Turkey, especially west of Turkey. And academic reasons. In Cambridge, last year I taught Ottoman Turkish as well, and I had 10 students. They are studying history, and all of their studying area is Ottoman. Some of them Ottoman Turkish, which is quite different from modern Turkish. And they have a music, 18th century music. So they would like to learn Ottoman Turkish as well because of the archive studies. As you know, some of them not been transcribed to the Turkish modern. As you know, maybe during the Ottoman Turkish, we used to use Arabic letters, but still Turkish. Language interest, identity reason, because some learners are of Turkish heritage. My colleague, they know, they have one student, for example, her grandmother is from Turkey. So she would like to learn that because of her grandmother heritage. This is quite emotional. Or sometimes challenges. Want to learn different language. Different language means not European language, because Turkish is an Altaistic language and quite different, like not Asian, not European language, mixed language, let's say. And they are very motivated and deeply connected to the Turkish, all of most of students. And for many, Turkish is not a language, but the cultural and personal journey for them because of their reasons. For example, I would like to mention about emotional motivation matters. I will read my students' sentences. I am afraid of forgetting my Turkish. One of my students sharing. I want to speak with my grandmother. That's why I would like to learn Turkish. I want to feel connected to my Turkish side. Most likely, she or he, hybrid. And in addition to, as I shared with you the previous slide, the learning style, the applications and the tutors, in addition they have self-study as well. For example, they are buying our books from A1 to C2, as you see below. Here we have all of levels. They are buying the books and they can learn on their own Turkish, because some of them they have an interest to learn language on their own. They are smart. Did you try before to learn any language on your own? It should be hard, especially Turkish. And one of students, he mentioned, I learned Turkish through songs. Songs, it's helping, isn't it? I listen to Turkish podcasts every morning. Podcast is nowadays very popular to learning some languages. Klimayı açabilir miyiz? Çok sıcak. I completed all Turkish levels on Duolingo. One of doctor told that. And one of our students, she said, I can understand Turkish dramas without subtitle, which is brilliant. Yeah. Learning time. Most learners have been studying Turkish for 6 months to 2 years, because this is again common question. How long it takes to learn Turkish? It depends on students, of course. And what we have, do you know Turkish, by the way, 4 of you? No, okay. We have some challenges. One of them is grammar, because grammar is totally different from the English and the other European languages. And syntax, syntax means the subject, verb, object is different. We have subject, object, and the verb is the end of the sentences. Phonetics, we have different 6 phonemes when we compare with the English alphabet, and we don't have 3 of them, W, X, Z. And suffixes, of course, we have many derivational suffixes which change the sentences and the word too much. We will see in next slide. And Turkish is agglutinative language. That means we take lots of suffixes. But English is fusional language, so it makes quite hard Turkish for learners. And it's interesting, but some students, they have weaker writing skills than speaking. For others, it's the opposite. Some of them, for example, some of students can speak very well, but their writing skills is not good. Or opposite, they can write very well, especially for English teachers, for example, but they couldn't speak fluently because they don't have environment for practicing. They don't have partner, at least. Learners with strong speaking skills often lack grammar knowledge. Yeah, this is happened. And interference from English sentences structure. Yeah, usually we can code copy from the languages. This is quite common when you learn new language. You can code copy from your own mother tongue or the other language which you know. This is the longest word in Turkish. Yeah, it has 70 letters. Would you like to try to read these sentences? This is not sentences, actually this is a one word. Only one word, the top. This is one word, and this is the longest word in Turkish. Who would like to try? And we have the meaning as well, as though you are from those whom we may not be able to easily make into a maker of unsuccessful ones. It looks like a sentence, but it is noun success, muvaffaket, which is originally from Arabic, muvaffaket, but the rest of them totally Turkish suffixes, derivational suffixes. Would you like to try? Anyone? Turkish teachers, they are trying now. Who would like to try? Yeah?
Muvaffakiyetsizleştiricileştiriveremeyebileceklerimizdenmiş çizmiş sizcesine.
Bravo. Gayet iyi. Well done. Nice. So this is the longest word in Turkish. In SOAS website, because they are teaching Turkish as well, SOAS Language Center website, they have like that verb, not the same one, but they have, I think, 45 or 50 words in a one word. They have in their website, when they promote Turkish, they are promoting with that word, which is too long, yeah. But honestly, we don't use this in our daily life. And we have, this is the Turkish, yeah. And we have unique learner stories. For example, one of my students, initial letter is R, speaks Turkish fluently, C1, with his father, but he couldn't write well. B, the initial, Cambridge student who reads Orhan Pamuk and loves Turkish songs. M, initial, lived with her Turkish in Laos, very fluent, preparing for C2 certification. C is the highest level, advanced level. I, initial, decided to learn Turkish on her honeymoon, now passionate about Turkish culture. S, initial, self-taught, stays with relatives in Datça. Datça is like a city in west of Turkey. Speaks fluently without formal education. Some learners are studying Turkish as part of their plans to move to Turkey or apply for Turkish citizenship as well. So I mentioned about the emotional quotes. Yeah, I want to remember my father's language because her father died. I want to speak to my grandmother, as I mentioned. I'm Turkish, but I can't speak. It hurts. Very emotional. Before conclusion, I would like to add about mixed identities and bilingual students, because in this center, not only foreigners, we have mixed identities. Can you describe them? Who are they? Mixed identities for Turkish people. I mean, who are they?
Ethnically Turkish, but born and bred in India.
Ayla is raising her hand. Yeah, I think you are Turkish. You are not mixed identities.
Or mixed, like mixed race.
Yeah, mixed race, like hybrid. Turkish father, English mother, or the opposite of that. Or we have different, you are not learners, but we have like you learners. They are Turkish, but UK born. That means in their family, usually they prefer to speak English, and their education language is, of course, English, because it's formal language. Even if they have Saturday or Sunday schools, class, Duygu Hoca, educational consulate, yeah. They are running, of course, many Turkish courses for students, but still the mandatory language is English. That's why formal language is English. That's why sometimes they couldn't speak Turkish very well, and when they are adult, they realize they need to learn Turkish because of their connection, and they are applying to learn some Turkish here, this institute. And we have also from Cypriot nationality students. They came very early here. Now we have third generation here, because in 1980s they came, and they have almost lost in language and culture, unfortunately. So they would like to carry on their Turkish. They can speak Turkish, but their Turkish is quite different. They have a dialect because. And additionally, of course, we have born and grew up here. And we have from Central Asian, which is Kazakh, Kyrgyz, Uyghur Turkish. Normally they are Turkish, but because of their state, they have their own languages, but still they are Turkish. Kazakh, Kyrgyz, and Uyghur. So we have different kind of learners, not only foreigners. In my opinion, it should be separate to the class, different classes, these groups. Because even if they were born here, their formal language is English, still they have a background, strong background, because they listen, at least they are listening Turkish at home from their parents. And they have a Turkish TV, Turkish books, Turkey visiting time. So it should be separate classes and separate materials as well. But unfortunately, now we are using the same book for Kazakh, for foreigners, for Cypriot, for UK born, but it shouldn't be like that. But nowadays, they are trying to publish another book materials for those groups, which is nice, and it should be like that. And one of my students, she's UK born. I speak English at home, but I want to reconnect with my heritage, she's saying. And the learners here are highly educated professionals, actually. They are PhD students, teachers, historians, diplomacy, doctors, IT specialists. And they have global professionals. Most striking, I didn't add here, but I would like to read from here. Most striking facts, one of students. Last week I finished Orhan Pamuk's Car is Snow, which is the Nobel Prize booked. Next week I am going to Lalalar concert. I haven't heard about Lalalar, by the way. I learned all my Turkish grammar through songs. He is adding, one of my Cambridge students. And doctor who reached C1 level from Duolingo. It can be happen. I learned Turkish only through Duolingo. I watch a lot of Turkish series, but I still struggle with speaking and writing. Of course, because you learn from Duolingo. This is normal, you will struggle, of course. A 15-year-old who learned Turkish on his own. My dad is Turkish, but we always spoke English at home. I decided to teach myself Turkish when I was 15. Most entertaining moments, Ukrainian student listening to Zerrin Özer. I listen to Zerrin Özer, I really love her music. Student who likes the word yani. Yani means so. When we had the assessment, he said yani, yani, yani, yani, yani. I said, oh, you know yani. Yani means so. All the time, it's very Turkish, using yani, yani, yani lots of time. A student who learned Turkish with the TV series like Gibi, Diriliş Ertuğrul, Muhteşem Yüzyıl. We have lots of Turkish dramas. Do you watch Turkish dramas?
Not much, but I've seen a bit of them back in Pakistan. They've got a lot of Turkish drama for them.
Yeah,
So
especially Ertuğrul
yeah,
in Pakistan. Yeah, Diriliş, Kuruluş, Kuruluş Osman. Yeah, nice. Yeah, some students watch more Turkish series than their Turkish teachers do. I swear. Honestly, my colleague and I heard most of series from the students. For example, Kulüp. Students listen to Turkish music than their Turkish teachers. For example, one of my students, Shekip, I learned Pinhani's song from him last year from Turkish Culture Night. What was the song name again?
Ben Ersan'la İstanbul'da
Yeah. I know Pinhani, but I didn't hear about these two songs actually. He sang last year in Turkish Culture Night. Nowadays he doesn't. And students again visit Turkey more than Turkish people living in England. Because I didn't go to Turkey since 2023, but Shekip, I think he visits many times in these 2 years. For example, Turkish teachers, usually they go once a year, except Seval. Students travel around Turkey more than we do. For example, my colleagues, they still didn't visit my hometown, Mardin, but most of students, they did. And most touching moments I would like to share with you. As I mentioned in previous slide, a student who wants to remember his deceased father's language. My father was Turkish. He passed away, and I can't speak with him anymore. I want to learn Turkish so I don't forget his language. It's emotional, most touching. And my grandmother is 90 and lives in Istanbul. I want to speak with her in Turkish, but I can't express myself. One of our students. I am Turkish, but I cannot speak language. That really bothers me. And to summarize, learners at both Yunus Emre Institute and Cambridge University come from diverse countries and backgrounds. Motivations include family, culture, travel, media, academic interests. Most students are adults, but their ages, goals, and language skills vary widely. This gives us a rich picture of who is learning Turkish today and why. Yeah, and I would like to add something about Turkish teaching because of my job. Turkish learning in the UK is growing, but we should do something, as I mentioned, about the book, for example. We need to update it, or speaking focused material as well. For example, we have speaking classes the teachers are running, but for high levels. High levels mean like pre-intermediate B1. But some of students from A1, they would like to focusing only speaking skills. So we need to have some speaking focused material. What I mean, for example, for Arabic, there is one book which is really nice, BBC Talk Arabic. BBC has published this book for Arabic learners. And this is for really basic learners. It means for A1 students who doesn't know any Arabic in their life and they don't have background because they are starting from merhaba, which means again hello. And I decided, I would like to share with you, I decided to publish this book in Turkish. So I would like to publish speaking focused material, and it would be again Talk Turkish for beginners. And I would like to start with merhaba and ending again very simple and easy conversation. Actually, we have this book, Turkish Speaking Guide for Foreigners. So now we are using this book in Turkish Tourism Club. We have most of, as you know, learners would like to go to Turkey for touristic reasons. And they have, for example, 7 days or 15 days. And they would like to have some simple basic conversation like, hello, I am from UK, I would like to book a hotel, I would like to rent a car, etc., etc. So we have this book in both languages, Turkish and English, which is nice. Would you like to, if you would like to have a look, you can look. So I would like to publish like this book, but more expanded, of course. Many topics it will include, so I can observe this situation as a teacher. And we need to, as you know, AI is improving all the time, and we have lots of Talkpole memorized application. And we need to focus on AI studying the language teaching, we need to have a combination between AI and language teaching. This is important for students because students are young usually and they would like to learn the Turkish via application or AI, which is normal nowadays, the technology age. And frequently asking questions to me and of course to the Turkish teachers. I think you come across with this question in 3 years or in 4 years because you are working like me in here. How long does it take to be fluent in Turkish? One of these questions I come across almost every time. Is it difficult to teach Turkish to adults? One of border police, he asked me this question because we are not British. When we come to the UK, they are asking us some questions all the time when they are checking our passport. It is quite common. They are asking all the time many questions. And interesting, one of question was, what is your job? And is it difficult to teach Turkish to adults? I said, yes, it is difficult. And is it difficult to teach Turkish to foreigners? Again, border police asked me. And is Turkish is a difficult language? I'm saying all the time, my students, not difficult, different. There's a similarity between, difficult and different. Turkish is not difficult, but totally different. Yeah, because it's Asian, normally Asian language. When we check 8th century, it came from, of course, the Central Asian. But it is not difficult. Maybe for us, English is difficult, especially pronunciation. So it depends on people's background, I think, and people's brain system. Is Turkish similar to Arabic? I think they are mixing because of Ottoman Turkish. Ottoman Turkish used to use the Arabic alphabet, just the letters, not alphabet actually, because we have extra letters and we don't have some letters like F, blah, blah. And why do people want to learn Turkish? This is the common question, especially in Turkey. They are asking me. When I came here in 2021, my university asked me this question. Why you are going to UK for teaching Turkish? Are you sure? In UK you are going to teach Turkish. Why? Why people would like to learn Turkish? This is the common question. How do I pronounce soft G, yumuşak G? Yeah, this is common question. Actually, we don't pronounce yumuşak G. Just ignore it. Ignore and go ahead. How can we distinguish Ü from U? We have Ü. Who knows German? Yeah, it is easier to learn this phoneme because of German has the same Ü. And how can we distinguish Ö from O? When I am teaching those sounds to my students, they are saying all of them the same way. They are saying O, O, O, O. I'm saying no, O, Ö, Ö, O, O. No, U, Ü, Ü, Ü. So this is quite hard for them, but when you are practicing many times, of course you are learning. Like, thank you, you can say thank you, but instead of thank you, we prefer thank you. When you're practicing, you can do, of course. And references, which I use in my, this is book chapter, as I mentioned the previous slide. I published a book chapter regarding to Turkish language studying in UK, Yunus Emre Institute and Cambridge University. It was a project, it's covering all of around world, like who are working like me at the universities or institutes, and of course Cambridge University Center reports and placement data and interview notes. Thank you. Yeah, this is my LinkedIn profile and my email address. Yeah. Do you have questions? Öyle mi? Ne ayıp.
Could I ask you a question?
Sure.
You differentiated between learning Turkish for foreigners and for those who are Turkish from the
prior knowledge due to family.
Yeah.
From experience, I can have grammatical issues. I've improved them, but how would you, from a teacher's perspective, advise somebody to improve their grammar?
Ayla. She has the same problem like you. Yeah, she asked me. Yeah, the same question last year in WhatsApp, how I can fix my grammar problem. I think first of all, reading any book, not only focusing on the grammar structures, reading novels. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it helps to proofreading yourself actually, reading the first one. And did you finish all of grammar topics on your own or with the course or with the school, Saturday schools? Did you finish?
I've never taken any Turkish lessons.
Yeah.
I only learnt from family and from colleagues, practicing speaking obviously, and a little bit of writing.
Yeah,
but
in addition to reading, maybe we can add taking some grammar course. We will run in Yunus Emre Institute next year. Maybe you will join us. Yeah, we are actually focusing on nowadays grammar course and speaking techniques nowadays. So maybe you can take a course.
Possibly.
And of course reading on your own. Novels, not only the grammar topics, just the novels. It helps. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. So, any other question?
I do have a question as well. But don't get it as I'm trolling you. One of the most questions, also a question that I've always wanted to ask is among the ones that, how do you distinguish how to write D, D separately, K, K separately?
Yeah, I can find your this question or WhatsApp conversation last year. Yeah, we have ki as in suffix and ki as in conjunction. If you can drop the conjunction of ki, the sentence's meaning doesn't change. You can drop it. You can separate it from the word. If the meaning is changing, it's suffix. So you need to put together. And the de is the same thing happen because we have de as a locative suffix and de as a conjunction. So the same thing happen for de, but d there is no. You said again D. We have only one D.
Okay.
D maybe you pronounce as in English. De, yeah. De ki. You're welcome.
Still desperate.
Would you like to add something or your interests? No?
Sure.
Maybe my colleague, they would like to ask me a question, or my student.
I actually come to you anyway.
And other students, they are coming. Maybe they would ask me some question. Yeah, A1 students, yeah. Welcome. Hi, merhaba. Hoş geldiniz. Evet, yüz yüze yaz kursu var. We are running summer courses upstairs. Meantime,